Okay. Welcome, warriors, to the sixth day of the Daily Warrior Ritual Challenge. How's it going? So, today is all about it's a little bit more of the same old, but that's okay. Um, so it's continuing implementation. So we're still continuing to utilize um, we're still continuing to utilize uh, implementing, and this is so instrumental. So normally we are so taught to just be on the move and do like instruction after instruction instead of taking the time to just consistently work on that one thing for a nice amount of time. So this is why this was created in this way, is because it puts back into perspective that we need to take time to consistently implement and improve in the ways that will be beneficial for us. So I have some things to talk about for implementing, and a few things about that. A few things I want to speak about is it's that implementing implementation, it's should be seen as a setting off a chain reaction. And with each chain reaction, it will create small actions leading to another. And by steady working on your habits and becoming more clear with your goals and what it is that you truly want to do with your life, or what it is that's really will get you in touch with your purpose on this planet while you're here, and living it out to its fullest. um and this all starts with utilizing rituals and creating a goal. And I was listening to, who was it? There was these two guys, they have a podcast, but they're on TikTok, and they were speaking about nurses in a hospice. And in that hospice, um, the nurses were speaking about how before a patient passed away, and I know this gets a little dark and weary and stuff like that. You know, people don't really like to speak about death and stuff like that. But in order to live, one has to know about death to appreciate life. So the nurses, they'll ask the patient, like, anything else you want to say, or whatever you want to say before it's your time, like something that you just want to get off your chest or something like that. And the nurse said that the patient would always say, I wish I just took that chance. I wish I just experienced that thing that I was so scared of. And And this is the same result that the nurse got every time. The patient, or any patient, would say this, like almost all patients would say this, is like, I wish I just took that chance. I wish I just lived or been there for my kids. I wish I was just more present. I wish I wasn't always working all the time. I wish I didn't push my family away, my friends away. I wish it wasn't me just working on making more money. And this is why a few days ago, I said it's not all about just the money. Your money has to have meaning to it. So if you're just making money and money is cold, because think of water. If you let it sit for a while, it turns cold. And again, you should think of money as water because it's a currency. And with that currency, it can be warmed up with the fire of purpose, or it can stay cold and just be cold hard cash and you're alone and just wondering and just living. And I know people like, oh, I could buy my happiness, I could get this, I could afford that. And you're right, you can. But the true the true meaning of life isn't even money, because there's many civilizations that lived on this planet for many years without money. Yeah, there was bartering, but that's also a form of an exchange of goods and services. So money is literally an exchange of energy, is an exchange of goods and services. And this is what the ritual challenge is about. It's putting breathing life into what it is that truly matters to you. Even if you don't know what matters to you yet, explore and implementing and seeing. Maybe on day 6, you didn't really care about the goal you set in day 1. Now you know. Now you go all the way back and start at day 1. And you wouldn't have known that had you not take that first day. So, um, it's okay to take the slow approach and being steady and consistent, because you will gain way more of a better, deeper understanding of yourself and your habits and what you like and don't like. So even if you don't know what you don't like, how would you know if you don't even attempt to start? Not even attempt. If you don't know, how would you know if you don't start? So it's all about being consistent, being there consistently, doing the work of creating and not just creating, but putting forth the actions of your ritual. And it's fun to create and plan, but it's always that take action. That's why it's the take action the day after. I'm not the day after, but it's fast, is because that's the only thing that is going to be fast within this challenge, is putting in the action that you're working towards. So the plan is all about putting it forth so you can have an idea of how to go about it. And making sure you monitor what it is that you're doing every day will also help you understand your likes and dislikes. And you know, I'm not one to necessarily harp on the past, but sometimes I like to refer to the past, because people love to say forgive and forget, forgive and forget. And I agree to a point. It's forgive, never forget, because when you forget, you lose the history or the lesson that may have been taught to you within whatever it is that happened in the past. So I agree to a point. You forgive, but you forgive for you. And you wish that person, whomever it may be, the best. However, you don't want nothing to do with them and you move forward in your life. And I speak from experience with that. I've done that to many people. I had to put myself and those that I cherish the most first and separate myself, because sometimes you have to know your battle and you have to know when you should fight and when you shouldn't. So if you're passionate, or if you're passionate, or if you're feeling like, I have so many things that I want to do, but I don't know what I want to do first. This is what it is. You start with one thing, and then you build it until you could potentially be doing all of it. And imagine within 5 years, 10 years, sometimes even a year, like you could literally be touching and doing all of the things that you said you wanted to do. And if you just created a system that works for you, it is a customized system for you. You can literally have a purposeful life that genuinely matters to you. And, you know, life will be so much more gratifying and very much more worth living, and has so much more meaning because we're doing the things that lights us up, that pushes us forward because we want to move forward, because we're looking forward to it. And we won't have to wonder when it is our time to transcend and move from this reality. We won't have to worry or wonder or be like, if only I did it. Instead, you'd be like, I had a wild ass ride and I did the damn thing and I'm proud of myself. Like, I had so many adventures. I did this and I did that. And instead of being a person that is just so scared, you're no longer scared because you don't have to be. You did it. And you're not left wondering, if only I did it. So, um, hopefully this resonated. It definitely resonated with me. Just hearing, and I just watched that TikTok video a few days ago, and it resonated heavy. And I was like, you see, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I don't want to be someone that's like, if only I push forward with this challenge, you know, if only. And not being so stuck in my head. This is why I keep on saying, put your hand on your heart, take some deep breaths. You got this. You definitely got this. It's just you got to tap into it. That's all you have to do is tap into it. Learn how to tap into yourself. That's all this is about. So I hope this resonated. I hope this helps. And I will be speaking to you guys in day 7 of the Daily Ritual Warrior Challenge. And take care. Know thyself, love thyself. Bye.